Hey, I have arrived. In that time where the starting soon screen was up, I was running upstairs to get myself a drink because you need liquid in your life. Hydrate. Always hydrate. Also, I woke up an hour ago. That's how today's going so far. So yeah, I mean, we'll make it work. I need to go find the video. I had it last night. Somebody linked it in my Discord. It is in here somewhere. Somewhere. There it is. Got it. Now, apparently, there are some spots in this that may be copyright problems. Kind of nervous about that because of obvious issues. They apparently have some songs, at least one song from DJ Okawari in here, and those songs are always copyright struck. Always. So it's like kind of nervous because I don't know what things are gonna be appearing, and that makes me kind of go, So if you're watching the VOD later and this video has some muted segments, that's why. It'll either be muted or entirely cut from the stream. And like, yeah, they may be gone from this version. Maybe. That's what sucks, is like, they'll take out the few of them, but then there'll still be like one or two in there. This is also not a an official upload, I think. I think it's like a fan channel. So, at least, I don't know, maybe it is an official channel. I never really paid attention whether or not this channel is official. Could be. I just work here. I don't know. I don't know anything. Let me center my camera so that way the React camera isn't all off. There we go. Now I don't look like I'm all the way up here or all the way back here. You think it's the official channel? Valid. I don't know anymore, because like a lot of people will make like channels that look real and definitely aren't, and it's like, I just don't know who to trust anymore unless it's got the verified check next to it. But anyway, I shall get into this. Should we jump right into it? Should we do the whole let's go thing and I just kind of cut away to doing all right, I still don't know why I start every video like that, like with the let's go. I don't know why I do that. But yeah, if any songs are a problem, hopefully they pop up on screen where like I'll know well in advance enough that I'll know what it is. The comment should have timestamps. Oh, wait, you're right. Hold on. I don't know any of these by name. This doesn't help. Oh, no. I don't know any of the copyrighted ones by name at all. There's Afterglow, Morning Downfall, Wanted Intro, Wanted the Song, Phantom and Crimson Solitaire, The Lost Tidelines, Danshen, Song of Fools, Invitation to Wine, Knights of Yan, And Yet It Wanes, Chamber of Virtuoso, snippets of the CC songs, I guess, for a while. Operation Dawnseeker, Operation Deepness, Ashring, Fake Waves, Base Point, Umber in the Sands, Spark the Dream, Bluish Light, Your Star, Magic Theorem, Eternal Flame, Stainless Heart, Faster and Stronger, Renegade. Apparently. So, Your Star is the copyrighted one. That's the problem, child? Alright. Just Yostar. Alright. Well, with that, let's, okay. And... Ah! Protected by the relevant copyright law. I mean, kind of expected that, to be honest. They always say that just to protect themselves and others. I get it. I'm going to try to add proper, like, input, though. I'm not going to be sitting here like... It's supposed to be this quiet? I don't think so. Unless the audio just hasn't started yet. Unless... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I forgot to change my audio after playing the drums last night. Got it. I usually change that right away. I guess I just didn't. I probably went to bed immediately after, so. All right. Get those on there. There we are. There is audio. I heard people say there's a lot of good animation this time around, so I might be stopping more than usual to talk about stuff if I see something I really like. That was just a good simulation right there. I am the razor. Oh! The recognition, the sound of everyone just going, yeah, let's go. Ah! Ugh. Alrighty. Somebody said that the audio for this one was kind of scuffed. And I don't know in what way they mean yet. Yeah, I was about to say I think I know what they mean. This is, at least for now, kind of poorly mixed. There's not a lot of depth. Yeah, they did the thing again. This is the same mistake they did in 2021 where everything felt really flat and all the dynamics were lost. It'll probably be like that at least for all of the orchestrated stuff. I don't know about the live bands though. They might be like the electronic stuff might be a little bit better because it's usually pre-made for the most part. But it's kind of hard to know for now. I'm expecting the orchestra will just sound like this the whole time. It's not going to get better. but with the different groups, maybe. At least when you were paying attention. Well, that's what I'm here for, so I'll be paying attention the whole time. I like the lighting on the top, though. That's really cool. Following that design on the ceiling. That's a small detail. I still am a little bummed at the audio quality. A lot of lost dynamic range. This basically feels like they tried to capture the audio of an orchestra by only using, like, microphones out inside the audience, which is a real bummer. Hey, David's here. He remembered to bring back the milk. Hey, David. And don't you dare go to work again. The children miss you. You're always at work. You didn't miss really anything, Corvo. This was the first song. And I'm kind of unfortunately disappointed over the audio quality. It seems like they just put microphones in the audience and was like, yeah, it's good enough. It's like, you don't... You're recording an orchestra, please. More dynamic range. You gotta get a haircut. Valid. That one I'll give you. Everyone needs a haircut once in a while. So far, the production value of the show itself is pretty solid. Aside from the audio. As much as a bummer as that is. I don't know who any of you are. Okay, I know who Amiya is, but like... I don't know the rest of you. I know you! Hi! Oh yeah, it would definitely be better if you were at the show. Like, hands down, for sure. Like, if you're there in person, you're getting all that dynamics, you know? Like, you're gonna have a better experience. It's just unfortunate that the recordings that they do for the streams are kind of, you know? Hold on. I kind of want to know what her shirt says in binary. Can I do that real quick? I'm going to type this into a binary translator. I want to know if it says something. I'm not going to read chat or anything until I find out. I'm going to just type in what I can read. 01010011 01001000 010011. It says sh, like shh, you know, like you're shushing. What what does that mean? You caught another stream, dude. No one's been like single-handedly funding the Phenomenal Agents bounty. Nobody else has been, like, nobody cares about the Phenomenal Agents bounty. For those who don't know or haven't really known, I've been running a monetary bounty to do a drum cover / band cover of the Phenomenal Agents song from the last Ambience Synesthesia, and nobody has really cared, unfortunately. Like, it's been like no one and like 3 other people who have actually which sucks because, like, we're not really anywhere near it. Like, yeah, Zuria, you like donated 5. It's like there's been a few other people who donated like 5, 10, and it's like that's great, but there's not enough to hit the bounty line. Like, we're maybe 75% of the way to the first tier of bounty. It's not a lot. Like, I don't know the exact number. I'd have to like look into the actual digs, but like from what I know, we're maybe sitting around probably 100, 125, and that's not a lot, frankly. So, like, I mean, for I think was it 200? I think it's been so long since I made that video too. I've kind of forgotten. I think it was a 200 bounty for just the drum cover part. And I think it was 300, a stretch goal for me to do it as a band cover with other people and putting my cats into ties and editing them in to the video. Upper half of closer shirt during episode 10. RHO. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that probably is it then. Yeah. But they're just not showing the whole because of the print. Big shocker. But yeah, so it's like the bounty is only going for another 4 days. Will they consent to it? Okay, well, one will, because he's a happy fat boy and he doesn't care. Well, he's not so much fat as we call him the old man, and he basically he's like he's like, God, he's like 16 or something now. He doesn't like collars, but he would deal with it for a minute. He's the only one that would really have a problem. The other cat, Xena, the one who's appeared on some of my reaction videos by jumping up on me and crawling on me, she is more okay with the concept of, like, things being on her neck and on her body. She doesn't like torso coverings, but other than that, she's fine, so. 4 days to raise 200. Yeah, it's not, you see what I mean by, like, it's not likely, but, like, we could at very least, if people were to just jump on the final bit, to be able to get to the drum cover part of it. But I think I may have overstepped the boundary on 2 factors. One, that it's a song that is exclusive to a concert that not everyone knows about. And 2, maybe making it a financial thing was a little bit too far. I decided to see how far I could push it, because the last times I've done bounties, they were like for likes, and those were so easy to hit that I was like, I need to make this significantly more difficult. But now I think I've seen where the cap is of like what I should and shouldn't do on that end. So, I mean, it's a live and learn thing, but I still like the song. I would still like to do it, but the point of the bounty is to get it covered or not do it. So, rip in pieces. I got a feeling that's going to be the vice for a lot of that situation. But anyway, let's get back to this, shall we? Watching it because you're epic. Wow, she's pretty horny. I'm sorry. That was inappropriate. Y'all made that joke because she was it's a low-hanging fruit, let's be real. That's an easy one. I don't know who any of these people are. The only one I've recognized immediately was Amia, and that's for obvious reasons. But everyone else, I'm like, that's someone. Like a bar of progress? There you go. We just started. But I'm not gonna sit here with my, like, you know, like with this on there the whole time. I think that's a little obnoxious, isn't it? Unless it's not. I don't know. I don't know your life. Oh yeah, like when I was making that fake commercial, I had to look through all the characters to try and see if I couldn't find some wordplay to make jokes about. That is a child on the back of a lion. That is metal. That's metal as all hell, dude. Don't worry, Kaz, it just sounds like that. It's not your EQ, it's the song. Are you telling me... You telling me that little girl was, like, raised by lions? Because that's pretty epic. See, like, there's so much effort into all the production, the lights, the sound is not so much. I mean, that's to be said, Luna, because I'm rebroadcasting something that's already been pretty flat and compressed. But there's just not a lot of dynamic range to the recording as it is, so it's not doing too much. It's like, that's so cool, but like, I wish I could get hype, but there's no body to the music for me to, like, really latch into. I can't get hype on something like that. It's a little bit unfortunate, you know? The people just getting a hype over the silhouette of a character running. Like, I'm sure they know who it is, but it's also kind of funny. Yeah, it's more visual spectacle this time around, it looks like. Yes. See, the lighting and effects team is going all over. This one is a little bit better, but not like too much. So I think the lowest part of the music is definitely the orchestra, unfortunately. I already know this song, but I really like it. I'm just vibing, don't mind me. Like, I've already reacted to this song. I know this song. But not the animation, not really. This is for the drums, anything to push for. We have ballad. See, that's what's kind of unfortunate, is Holy, whoa, hold on, no, wait a minute. I read that as $9.99. There's another 9 in there. What the fuck, dude? The bounty might have been reached. And I think that no one has, by themselves, crossed over 75% of it, like, purely alone. I think the other small donations that have come in... Let me check real quick. I'll have to get into my analytics stuff, so, like, give me a second. I'm gonna find out here. That bounty might have just been crossed. Let me dig in. That was a very big move. Bold and brash. But he'll never belong in the trash. Let's see here. View the supers. See all. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's see. 5, 10, 12. I'm gonna have to get a calculator out. There's enough numbers that my stupid brain can't even. That's my calendar. There's the calculator. Don't mind me and my garbage inability to add math. Plus 1. We are $15 away. We are $15 from the goal. You still did the like, no one, you have literally gotten, you've done more on that bounty than, like, everyone else has tossed in $5-10. You've put in $155 of your own money, I think, in total. If I'm not, I might have that a little bit off because numbers. But you did like a bunch of 10s and a bunch of 20s and then that 100. So we are $15. If anyone else wants to support the phenomenal bounty, there it is. Didn't even have to finish that sentence. It was already on its way. There we go. The phenomenal bounty has been crossed. The stretch goal, I think, is too far out. I don't think we'll be seeing me doing a band cover because that's another $100. But I will be getting myself a suit, and I will be playing Phenomenal Agents. That is now going to happen. Now I have to find a suit. Now I have to go suit shopping. I mean, luckily I'll be going shopping like tomorrow, so I might take advantage of that and see if I can't find a suit somewhere. I think I should stream more. It's just hard to stream, and I do stream multiple times a month. It's just like, it's not always at the same time zones either. Like, all of my Genshin stuff has been like on the opposite like side of this coin. So I'll be like streaming right now at like 2 p.m. my time, whereas those I'll be streaming at 11 p.m. my time, so it's more adept for people in China who wanted me to stream on that time zone for Genshin stuff. I will be doing Honkai streams starting next week, so that'll happen. Unfortunately, I would stream during like a peak time in Europe. The problem for that is peak time in Europe for me is sleep time for me. I can't do that. It's like when you guys are up and most active, I am still sleeping. It's like 4 hours prior to me waking up. Because I go to bed at 4 a.m. and I wake up at like noon. So people in Europe, sorry, I can only really get to you guys in like late evening stuff like right now. But anyway, sleep times when the body is no longer willing. True. It's also because streams like Genshin where people aren't aware. Yeah, and I've mentioned the bounty a few times on those streams, but people just don't care. They want to support their own things. And so that's kind of the issue with doing a bounty like this too, is I can't find a way to do a bounty that everyone can agree on one song. You know, it's just how that is. Doesn't seem like a healthy sleeping schedule. Well, that's fine. I work third shift. It's normal for me. I actually prefer, I've always been a night owl. I always hated getting up in the mornings for school. I've never liked mornings. I've always hated mornings. I'm most creative at night. I'm like, when I edit my videos and I record the videos, every video that you guys have ever watched on this channel, I've recorded at midnight. Pretty much, exactly, because I'll edit the prior day's video first, then I'll record the new one. So I'm always recording somewhere around midnight to 1 or 2 a.m. And that's just what I do. What field do I work in? My part-time job is just a maintenance job. It's not anything. It's just something that I've been doing my whole life because that's the field that my dad is in, and I just learned from him and I stuck with it as a part-time. I don't want to be in this field at all, but it's something I know and I'm confident in and I can do well, so I just stick with it for at least the moment. I would ideally not have to do that, and I could do art and music 24/7, but that's also a huge ask, because if I'm doing stuff like that, I need a lot more financial stability outside of having a part-time job. I would basically need to, out of YouTube, I would have to make $300 more a month than I currently do in order to make that feasible for me to like quit my part-time job. If I could do that, then I could go full-time and I could make more content and do more stuff. But I'm also of the mentality that is like, I can only do the one big thing a day because I've got brain tumors. Not actually, that's just the way I call neurodivergence. So I get a little, I get tired quick. I don't handle social stuff very easily or well. And it takes a lot out of me to do all that. So I just, like, I can only do the one big thing a day. Like, for example, tomorrow, I'm shopping. That's it. That's my day. It's, like, if I go to work, that's my thing that day. I don't do anything else. And there's rare exceptions to that. So, yeah, not perfect. But anyway. Why do you relate to that so much? Because we're all lonely people sitting in our basements, living life. It's a very common sentiment. People just don't like to talk about it, but it's normal. It's completely normal. That's just the unfortunate side, is that it's an unspoken reality. A lot of people believe that or have that experience, and it's like, okay, cool. But more people should be okay with it. Common neurodivergent stuff. Yep. I mean, like, I still haven't gotten myself tested for like any other neurodivergence. I am in, I do have ADHD. That was confirmed years ago. I was like a teenager, like early teens. But any other deeper neurodivergence has kind of just been speculation or like loose guesses from psychologists with no real paperwork done on it. So nothing's been official. But I know that I'm not all there. You know, there's something else that hasn't been addressed yet. Like, I probably am autistic, but I don't know. I legitimately have no clue, because it's never been officially stated or tested, and I've never I'm not one to like armchair psychology myself into a self-diagnosis. That's not a good thing to do. So Yeah. So, okay, I'll figure that out eventually. But either way, let's get back to the music, shall we? Now that we've reached the bounty. Okay, let's go. Immediately back into Vibe City. I love this chorus. It's just so good. It's so fun.
You can't catch what your hands can't hold, can't spy what your eyes can't find. A cool can, but a true be told right now, I'll run the behind. Will never come a shout out time, so let me take that, feel no mind.
Yeah, there will be a VOD. No worries, Michael. Or Meekle? Probably Michael. Interesting way to spell it, though. I've never seen that. Might be McCall.
You're welcome. I mean, to share is caring, right? Trying to be a giver, sometimes. I'm gonna make it easy, just what you so easy. To get you thinking you might stand a chance of catching me. You never stand a chance, huh? Gonna be better, put it through up a perfect heights. You won't be catching me. You can eat your wildest dreams. Never, make it easy, just what you so easy. To get you thinking you might stand a chance of catching me. You never stand a chance, man.
I find it really funny that there's an advance notice, like, on the building. I don't know why that's funny.
Never, ever catch me.
Alright, hold on. I've got to go back to that.
Never catch me. Never catch me.
Is there a separate percussionist with bongos in there? Because they were not in sync, and it sounded like they were slightly off. I was trying to figure out if that was just like an echo with the drums, or if there was like another instrument in there, but there's got to be bongos in there. Like, of course, they wouldn't be on sync. They're two different people at that point, but that was just really distracting. I was like, wait. Wait a second. Yeah, the bongos. The Bangles. Oh! I love hearing the crowd just get hyped. Like, if I were at one of these concerts, I'd be like, yeah! Like, I wouldn't know why they're getting excited. Hey, look, it is Two-Tailed Cat. That's one of the, like, if we got into the stretch goal, I was going to VFX in some extra tails for my cats. But now that we're not there, SMH. I guess it'll just be me in a suit playing the drums. What a shame. I know this art. I've seen this art piece. This song gives me nightmares. I don't know why. Oh, that's a weird time signature. Weird. Interesting time signature, though. I don't know what count that was. Mixed a few different themes. I wouldn't know. Wouldn't be surprised though if they did like a mix of a few. Ooh. Loving the outfits. Gotta love the coordination they have going on. Oh, I know this one. I know this theme. I recognize this one. This is a song that gave me agita. I do love, I really do like that they go full in for this aesthetic. Like, I know the fan of the opera thing is just a thing that they are leaning into anyway. But I just love how aggressive it is. This is a smidge awkward, too. Just a little bit awkward. It's a smidgen. I cannot imagine it's easy to dance in clothes like that, so I'll give it to him. The blocking is it's a little bit clunky. They also don't have a lot of room to move in, I suppose. Like, they seem pretty, like, limited to just that aisle. Like, they can't go anywhere else. Yeah, like, moving for what they can, that's fine. It's just, you can also feel how they're kind of like, left. Oh god. Oh, I don't know who that is! I'm gonna get excited whenever somebody does anything. Just so I can act like I'm part of the family here. Like, every single time the crowd gets hype, I'm gonna get a hype with them. I'm reading context in chat now. Learning who's who. Oh! It's Titanic! Here comes an animation, one of. Are they gonna give us a close-up on anything, or are they gonna keep it wide? They seem to not be pulling it into the actual video. I'm trying to... I'm seeing if there's... No, okay. Sorry, I was getting stuck on something in that shot. I love the timing. Let's see if there's anything more to like pause and talk about, but ooh, okay. Hey, hell, hold up. I want to see how exactly they did that. Hold on, animation brain is starting to get in the way here. I'm here to do both though, so guess that does make sense. Thought so. All right. I mean, impacts, right? Impacts. But I wanted to see if, God, that happened so quick. So everything in here is on 2s, which is, well, that tracks. I guess my problem here is that the wall cracks before she hits it. Because from here to here, the chair is only here, and the wall's there. Or the mirror, I guess, but... kind of an interesting... sometimes you do have to lead stuff with visuals before it actually happens to make sure it's clear. Because if they had waited another 2 frames, it would have felt too laggy. So I guess that does make sense. Lack of impact frames? No, not a lack. I mean, that right there was an impact frame. This, like, section where the chair hits, this is an impact, technically. It's just a more, yeah, like these in here. That's an impact. It's just not as obvious. It's just a light bloom. So they just turned up the intensity on the light and called it good. Which is all you need to do sometimes. Ooh. Did they break her model for that? They did. They broke her model. Just a little bit. They snapped that girl's spine in half. Straight up, the human body can't do that, but hers can. Guess she's not technically a human. Supposedly. So, yeah, I mean, like... Yeah. I mean, like, the leg you could... like, this is doable with the leg here. But the way that the hips land and the way that her spine is turned, the neck wouldn't be able to rotate with the spine going that way, the way that it is. They probably just did that to make sure she could still be, like, her head looks visible on screen. But if you were to see this shot from, like, above... She probably looks like she was hit by a truck, you know? Sometimes you have to break models to make things work. I think that was another one there. Because that pose doesn't make any gosh darn sense. I mean, a human could do that. Probably, but they'd have to be extremely flexible. Which, that tracks, right? It's just that pose. That's a lot of, like her spine being like back here and going down. Doesn't really follow the leg that way, because that's going up and this one's forward. So like her butt would be like rotated out this way, but her spine's going straight this way. So, interesting. And then her neck being this way. She's in all sorts of different ways. But... Again, that one's doable probably for somebody who's very flexible, but the whole breaking the model thing is something that you just have to do in animation. You don't have to keep everybody, like even with humans, you don't keep them 100% locked in all the time. You have to break their model in order to make certain shots and poses work. And obviously in stuff like this where they're moving a lot, it's especially popular to do so because nobody will notice unless you're me. Yep, it's the rule of cool. All right. Well done. I could definitely talk more about that stuff, but I don't want to focus on the animation for an entire hour. Yeah, I almost stopped on the puzzle sequence. There was some really neat stuff movement-wise, a lot of cogs and movement, but nothing that I could really justify fully diving into. Because a lot of it is just rotations, which is super easy. Oh no, this song. I assume this is a depression song? Depression goat, yep. It's like, I've heard this song, I just didn't know the context behind it, but I knew it was generally sad just because it sounded like it.
I spent my life suffocating, ignoring violence living inside me. Oh, my guilt is never fading. It forever lives on under my skin, killing me from within. But you stay apart from me for the rest of my life. It's hiding your
I find it very interesting how he's phrasing certain things in this song, just vocally. Sorry, vocal nerd moment coming in. The way he's going more nasal, like higher up in the head. He's not staying all down in the chest and throat. Very staged. This guy does musical theater. Yeah, his support is nuts. I think he may be a fellow baritone, because I'm also a baritone.
I choke back every
because his voice gets more sweet in the lower range, like a lot of male singers do. But when he gets even slightly too high, you can feel it thin out a little bit more. So I think he might be a baritone. Because it's harder to support when you're that high and you can't naturally get that high. I do the same thing. A baritone is somebody who's between the two, who can sing the high notes, but can't get as low as a bass can. So, like, we can get down into the lower baritone register, but not up to the highest of tenor highs, you know? We're right in that sweet spot in the center. We're used a lot for songs like this, where it's got a lot of body, but you can belt out those top notes. And for those who don't know, I am also a singer. I just don't do that in public because people scare me. I'm not good on stage with singing. Like, I've done solo stuff before, but I was terrified the whole time. Luckily, I was the Lion and Wizard of Oz, so me being afraid kind of works out. Those silly people thinking the golden age is gonna return. It's never gonna return again. It's not happening. If I know one thing about this part of the game's lore, it's that this was a goofy moment where they were just hoping and praying. Full copium. It's not happening. Goofy, silly doofus. They have a boat on stage. Jesus. That's pretty sick, actually. I really do like that they put this much visual effort in. Now, if they could marry last year's audio quality to this year's visual quality, they would have the sickest live shows. It's like, look how much they're... Yeah, next year, hopefully they find the happy medium where, like, everything is better. Because, like, this visual spectacle is fantastic. They've put a lot of effort into this, a lot of time, a lot of money. But then the music, they just kind of put it as an afterthought, which, it's a concert. It should be the first thing you think of. They really do just stand there and stare at you. All right, we're talking about a concert that, like, just last year had a bunch of people in Gregorian robes standing behind a soloist doing nothing. Like, this is nothing new for Arknights. I do think that it would have been cooler. Now, allow me to be a little bit picky with the visuals here. I think this would have been sick, right? Hear me out. Actually, you know what? Imagine this, all right? That exact shot of, like, the people standing on the boats doing what they're doing that whole time, but when the song kicks in to the storm part, the boat fucking rotates. And then there's a bunch of crewmates and everything just scrambling, pulling on ropes, making sure like masts are secured and everything, and just getting things done. Making it this huge, like, there's a storm, there's problems, we're working on it, we're trying. And like, just, you get the few people just standing at the top. Just, just not caring about what's happening behind them. Again, I don't know the story of like what would be happening here, but I think that would be kind of cool. If, like, that's what's happening. And, like, maybe the guys at the top could be, like, shouting orders at best, you know? Like, that would be a cool visual thing. You'd make it into that much more movement. You would sell the energy a little bit better. The crew got eaten. No, that's fine. You can show that. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to be putting on this much visual spectacle, have them be, like, thrown off the boat. You can put a mat behind there, you know? Get some stunt actors, have them jump off. You could totally do that. But, yeah, it's like that sort of thing, right? There's little things you could do to be able to make it... They got eaten before it started? Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. I didn't know that happened in the... I mean, if they got eaten before this song took place... Yeah, then I understand. Then you just get the three guys who are just like, yep, everyone's dead. Guess we're heading home now. But, you know, it was a thought. Again, I don't know the context of any of this stuff. But they could have shown, like, the fight if that weren't the case, you know? Like, that would have been cool as well. But I'm sure the people who know the lore, they were like, oh, that's sick. But I am not one of people who know lore, so. What was that being yelled in the background there? I don't know what they're saying. It sounds like they're saying just the hype. Trust the hunt? I don't know. I know this video. I've done a whole breakdown on this one. So, like, this animation I won't stop and talk about because I've already done a whole video on this one. Join the seaboard. They just played this entire animation for some reason? Weird choice. Should I skip this then? Since I've already done a video on this one, and if they're just going to play this whole animation again, should we just move on? I guess that's my question. Or should I just let it play for you guys? Because, like, I've already said everything I can about this one. Keep going. Might as well watch it. Fair enough. It has the lyrics this time. Oh, yeah. Very different. I'll miss the entirety of everything without the lyrics. It's abridged? Okay, fair enough. I don't want to just sit and watch the same thing I've already watched before. But, oh, okay, yeah, it is heavily abridged. Sorry, yeah, never mind then. I was like, why? But, okay, yeah. That's very much abridged. Well, hello there. Oh. God, I have something in my eye. Like, actually. What the hell? There we go. Chinese chanting scares you? You might be racist. Goes back and plays the rest of the animation. Yeah. Some of the choices they make are really interesting during this stuff. Ah, yes. It's the cup bowl. I don't know what that's called. As someone who's Asian but not Chinese, I think that's kind of racist. I mean, if you find somebody chanting in their native tongue, like, a threat, you might be racist. God, yeah, all this visual stuff going on is insane. The lighting, lasers, and everything, it's just nuts timeline-wise. But it's kind of a bummer that they didn't have more going on with the stuff. I mentioned that like 10 times now. It's really a bummer that they couldn't get the audio up to snuff. A terrified age of a kid? Yeah. I think any cult chanting in any language would terrify me as a kid. I was also kind of a baby about that sort of stuff. Like, I was afraid of really dumb things as a kid. You can't be racist if you hate all races equally. Hey, yo! What? The drank. She drink. She drank. She drunk. That's pretty much her character. Always drunk. I mean, valid. Blue women do be drinking. You guys need to not say certain things in chat. You know what I mean? Like, there are certain things you just shouldn't. Who's that on stage? He looks fine. Ooh. I don't think I've ever seen that instrument played in such a contemporary way. That was very forward. That's really cool. I like that they keep going back to the drummer. Makes me happy. You go, drummer. You get your time on camera. Yeah! This one's fun. Yeah, I'm really glad they didn't have things off sync this time. This would ruin the whole experience for me. I think what's happening with that, Inquis, is that I think they just have generalized microphones for all the other, like, orchestrated instruments, but all the band instruments in front of it all have their individually mic'd instruments. So, like, the flute, the drums, and the bass, and all the horns and everything in the back are mic'd up. But everyone in the orchestra below isn't. So if they try to support, it'll sound a lot more muffled. Because they probably just have, like, general mics in front of them. Yeah, like the stage microphones are probably just catching the entire orchestra and that's all they've got. So it's gonna sound a little bit more sad. Whereas all the other, like, soloists have specific and, like, individual mics that they can be a lot more tight on mixing with. Overall, though, that was definitely the best mix just because of that reason. Even if the rest of the orchestral mixing was still kind of iffy.
では、リンさん、乾杯といきましょう。
こんな時によく乾杯なんかしてられるわね。さっさと W を探すべきだと思うけど。
I'm just gonna be all on cool hypes.
落ち着いて、気長にやるのも大事ですよ。思えば、あなたの親父さんも。
They're gonna have a character come in here and everyone's gonna get hyped.
老館ってなんだ？
煉獄の伝説にある宝の隠し場所だね。これは入るにも頃合いを見ねばならないものだけど。
I'm waiting for the hype. They keep having like little moments, but I'm waiting for the big one. There's always a big one.
それじゃあさっさと開けるぞ。
ちょいとお待ちを。さっきこの件で化粧を見てみたんですが、今のところはまだ開けない方がいいと出てますよ。
Sigh. There was no big hype one on that? Shame. Yeah. I was just surprised there wasn't a more, like, aggressive one there. God, the people doing the laser show are just on it with this one. They really put a lot of time into the laser work in this show. They're really digging into that. I appreciate it. Dude, lasers are cool. They're not used enough in, like, anything. They really should be. New outfit! Hog! Oh, don't worry, Shadow. Everyone already covered the bounty earlier. Unless you want to try and get it to the next tier, which is another $100 away. But that's a lot to ask. But I'll be doing the drum cover at some point. That's already been covered. Yeah, just watch no one come in with another $99.99. Really feel like that guy's slamming his credit card on the table. Which is kind of unfortunate, the whole, like, you can't purchase these outfits. Like, it's so weird to me that they make all these designs, but they don't model them out. Like, they know how much they would sell. Why don't they just do it, you know? I need food on the table today. I wasn't being serious, no one. You've done way too much already. Like, you're gonna get a special mention in the video because you put so much money in on your own. You're gonna get a special read at the end of the song. I really love how contemporary they're playing the song. I love it so much. It's so cool. Shadow. You son of a bitch. Bro, you just, like, basically helped cover my rent for this month. Like, I know I have to buy the suit, but let's go with that. Like, that's why I needed to do a financial bounty for this one. Because I didn't have the money to do that and to pay rent. But now I can do both. I will say I cannot guarantee exactly when that would be done. As I said in the bounty video, if I'm going to have people join me, I'm going to have to convince them it's worth it. I'm probably going to have to pay them, which is why I needed to add more money to the overall bounty. So I'm going to try to convince my friends to help me out again. But this time not asking them to do it for free like I have in the past. Because that just feels bad. I don't like to do that. Like, they're musicians. They're struggling just as much as I am. I need to afford how to bring people in. How much is left? No, that's basically it, Sir Gotcha. That today's been kind of nuts for how much people have been throwing. So, I mean, like, from here, anything more that goes towards that goal will just go towards giving the musicians I'm going to be having assist me on this one money to help me. Because the more I can pay people, the more sensible it is to, quote, hire them instead of just asking for a bunch of favors constantly with nothing coming out of it. Like, let's be real. That sucks. You can help out your friends once in a while, but there's a point where mutual beneficence doesn't come back to help anymore. You know, like, there's a plateau out there. So, what singer do I have in mind? I don't. It's the type of thing where it's like, I'm going to have to find people. What's the cast I have in mind? I always have, like, this rotating door of musicians that I can call upon for assistance. Sounds like a good reason to go higher. Hey! Yeah, like, for real. Every musician that I've ever worked with has deserved payment, and I've never been able to give that to them. So from here, it's just going to be getting who I can to join me and doing our best to do a cover of something. So he will be the singer. I'm not going to be the singer. I might, depending on who the singer is, I might do, like, harmonies or something. That's a possibility. But it only depends on if my voice would actually, like, blend in well, because I don't want to have two very distinct voices trying to do harmonies with. It doesn't really work out too well in most cases. But I'm gonna have to start looking around, asking people, aren't I? I gotta start practicing. So you guys are nuts, though, for real. Drag some singer into the AK rabbit hole. Go get him. Go get him. Get him. I always find somebody. I've got plenty of friends with plenty of connections. I can find someone. It's just a matter of doing so. Talking to the right people. I have to figure out who to get now, and that's going to be... I mean, I already know where like half of the musicians will probably come from. But that's kind of the me asking musicians to help me with stuff is like a gacha pull. Unironically, it's like I can send out a few messages to a few people, and then like I'll get one of them, you know, like or I won't get any, and I'll be like, man, bad roll. And then I have to like try again, and like you always have your like, that's the weird thing too. You have like your tiers as well, like your musician tiers. You'll go to certain people first and be like, hey, can I have you? But then you also have like your S tiers, for example, where like my first go-to is like I hope I can get them, and sometimes I do, but then you're like, oh no, they're all busy. God, I hope I can at least bag one of my Bs. You know, I don't really have any musicians less than a B in my like personal repertoire of musicians to call upon, purely because I respect people who have got a very significant amount of skill. So I talk to a lot of people who are very good at what they do, and I don't have as many friends who aren't just solid at figuring stuff out in like the whole sense of the word. It's like everyone I ask is basically A or S tier musicians. I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't have many that like aren't able to pick up a song and go, oh yeah, that's in this key, I can done. You know, like these are the people that I ask. But it's also all dependent on what I can do. But at the same time, I always have little secrets in my back pocket, and I'm going to let you guys toil and tear away at your thoughts about who I might be asking to join me on certain things. Because there are people that I know that you would be like, how does he know him or her? And the answer is, don't worry about it. I have a lot of friends and a lot of friends of friends, and I do have a lot of connections to be made and a lot of people I can ask for things. And some that you guys might be like, how? How did he land that? So, no worries. We will get there. And I'm going to say this as a like light teaser for something. I've mentioned this in a community post that September is going to be a big month for content, and I mean that in a lot of ways. There are some surprises coming, and you're going to be like, hey yo, and that's why I do that. When I do big things, I like to go big. I don't like to go home. So I pull strings. But either way, I'm going to get back into it, the concert, because we've not even gotten an hour through this. We've had so many times to stop. But I am home. I know, but I like to go big from home. Whew. I want to go back and appreciate that solo without the pause in it. A little sloppy, but I like it. I do enjoy that. That was very well done. Oh, I don't know what they're getting all hyped about. I can't see the screen. Oh! That's what it is. Oh!
Who you are or where you're from. Whether you're a force of good.
God, I don't even know who CV is. Who's CV? Government in the basement. I'm in the basement, so if Government's here, he's over there.
Done and get paid. Take on more dangerous challenges and earn bigger bounties. That is, if you survive.
Oh, Christina V. Oh,
No
yeah.
matter what
I never called her
disasters await this
CV.
world, the contingency contract network will always continue to weave the web that never sees the light of day. Everything for the
The first
benefit
long-running
of
series on my channel.
millions.
Yep. So I already know all these songs, so this isn't going to be much of a reaction part. I'm mostly going to be just kind of talking to you guys about the vibes that are happening. But kind of, it'll be a nice, like, almost like a weird nostalgia. Because I haven't heard a lot of these songs since I reacted to them, so... I still love the energy of this one. This like folk rock thing going on. Ooh, speed run. We already know this one. Vibing with it just as hard as I did the first time. F for Pines. White chair, yeah, white guy chair dancing on point. Always. I'm always doing the white guy chair dance. I remember this one. Ooh, good transition on that one. Just an immediate beat transition. Like, I never know what's gonna happen next, but like, here we are. F for Pine Soot. It's a light stick remote control. They usually have buttons on them that you can change the color. And you just kind of follow what the most like prominent color of the song is. Man, I love that drum fill in there, though. That's so cool. You can hear everyone in that. That's so neat. They really captured the audience on this one. Unofficial Arknights anthem. True. Yeah, I really like that they did more crowd miking this time. They let it leak in, which is nice. Alright, here we go. The whole song's turn. Oh, for this one they are controlled? Interesting. I was like, usually they've got buttons on them, but it's also, I guess, possible to just like remote control them from a control point somewhere in the venue.
It's been a long night, I can feel your anger. When the city light is shouting in the shadow. Tomorrow brings another day of sorrow. But I can't feel it anymore. We could be fine to stay where we are now.
I really like how they're doing the voice on this one. The way that they're mixing it live like that. The effects on it are really cool.
Sorry, I won't be the same again. Fire lit and blazing to the darkness. Burning us surrounded by the sirens.
You can also change it by pressing the button. Fair enough. Yeah, is this the original singer? Mustang Face has returned. Oh, this is neat. I really do like the processing on his voice. Usually, like, stuff that's this thick on processing just doesn't do it for me, but this is very tasteful. Yeah, the mic is echoey, like, but that's on purpose. That's by design.
I've been hiding in the dark quietly, watching love falls apart, trying to fix all my wrongs, but I don't know where to start. The atmosphere really tempts me, must be something that I can't see, though I'm not giving the time. Yeah, they say I'm a weirdo, I don't care though, cause I'd rather be on my own, and it's my throne, and it's my home. When the curtain calls, I make the song. Yeah.
Like, I know there's probably restrictions, but I think it would be really nice if they had some of the international people come to do some of the concerts, but there's probably issues with that. China's kind of weird when it comes to stuff like that. I kind of like it, like, for those who don't know Canadian laws on stuff like that, Canada's productions have to be a certain percentage of Canadian-based actors in order for them to be, like, there. You know, like, you have to have a certain amount of Canadians working on the project before they allow you to use anyone from any other country. Which is kind of interesting, but I get it. Want to support people from your own country instead of just constantly using people from across the border. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean, Snoopy. They're a little bit weird on stuff like that, so it's like, I get it. But you always kind of wish that they could. Yeah, keep productions local. Keep people in the country doing work. Because so many people know a lot of American actors that they would just drag them over or have them do remote work. But then it's like, what about all these great Canadian actors who don't get the chance then, you know?
Come close to me. Come close to me. I'll scream through puncture wounds.
You should get Christina V. Yeah.
Won't bite my stubborn tongue no more. They'll be hearing
Hire Chris Pratt for everything. Yeah. It's all Chris Pratt and Tom Holland. Everything.
be tasting the dirt when they fell off their thrones. We're gonna make a stand.
Like, by all means, they do a great job with the voices they do get here in this concert. But I always do kind of wish that they did have that, just for one or two of them, you know?
I used to freeze up in the face of danger and a dream of being braver. But I slide up in the face of danger. Now that you're my guardian angel. My guardian angel.
I forgot how vibey this one was. This is very...
You're my guardian angel. Many times
good hook.
I hit rock bottom.
I haven't heard this song since I reacted to it, I think.
Many times it seemed surrender was the one and only option that I could and I would consider. But I get back on my feet like the fighter of my dreams, 'cause I really wanna be your guardian angel. Whoa.
Chris Pratt voices Ami. Just imagine Chris Pratt going, Doctor, Doctor.
You're my guardian angel. You're my
Please, God, no.
angel.
Tobey Maguire for God's sake. I think it's more fun to use Chris Pratt as like a meme at this point. But I don't think anyone's gonna be that brave, because everyone would think it's serious.
Even if the wave keep crashing down, we will never drown. We'll stand our ground. With our
Angry
heads
Birds,
high, we will
Angry
turn
Birds.
aside.
Time for Angry Birds.
Never say, go ahead and try to test me. We are never backing down, never letting up. Go ahead and try to pass me.
It's a shame that David isn't here anymore and he had to go get his hair cut.
Come and show me
We could
what
laugh
you
at him
got. Come and show me
all
what you
together.
got. Don't think for a second that we're running high. Go ahead and try to test me. We are never backing down, 'cause our ironclad.
Chris Pratt would consider being a... Oh, I'm sure he would.
Think I'm kidding, you be dead wrong.
But it's more like just kind of
We're just way too headstrong.
do what you want to do, right? Like if you were to be approached by somebody you wanted to work for, go for it, you know?
To be thumping. I'll be shooting down my list after striking out your name. I'll be tearing up your legacy by conquering the
Angry Birds kind of copied Kirby. Yeah, I can see that. I wouldn't say entirely, but I get what you mean.
Even if you still refuse to yield, we will bridge you on a battlefield. With our heads held high, you will see a side that was never, never.
Well, yeah, he's already a voice actor, but I mean like for this game, you know? Like, I'm talking about specific projects.
Go ahead and try to pass
I don't think like, he's done a bunch of voice acting stuff prior to now, but that kind of budget. I mean, would you consider Mario voice acting? I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. He's done voice acting stuff. But that's kind of the thing with Chris Pratt's voice, too. He would work for a lot of characters in this game because he has, like, the most I am a white guy voice ever. And it would just work in any, like, English dub for anything ever. You know, like, he just has the most neutral voice. So he would just kind of fit really with whoever. I only know some of these people you guys are saying in chat, so it's kind of funny imagining Chris Pratt voicing some of them. You had a stupid thought. John DiMaggio has played. That would be the best casting ever. Are you kidding me? That would be great. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself for what?
I've done nothing wrong. I've done nothing wrong at all. I've said it all before, so don't be surprised when you see me come alive.
Prepare for base point.
When there's nothing in between us, I wanna tell for myself. I wanna die for it.
He kind of struggled on that one. He had a little bit of an issue getting into that. He did not have the energy I was hoping for with that first one. Yeah, I think he's having a hard time. If I make cringe, ooh. Not his best performance I've heard of this song. Yeah, he's struggling, unfortunately. The drummer's always vibing. That was a little bit cleaner. Better. I think that was more of an audio dip than a hymn one. I think he probably should have toned back to screaming. The problem is he definitely feels like he's choking himself on this one. He's not letting the air flow. I've heard a few versions of this live at this point, but this is definitely his weakest performance vocally. Drummer camera in the corner. Yeah, they really should. Drummer hasn't missed yet.
A truth for a truth, and eye for an eye. Nothing remains, nothing revives.
Yeah, he's got a lot of support on those like lower notes when he's not screaming, but he's not putting the air into the screaming this time. It makes me wonder if he might be a little bit under the weather or just tired. Could be. He's not supporting himself from the diaphragm really. This is very like top of the throat. Yeah, he's even dipping some of these. It's a little bit unfortunate that he's having so much trouble. Yeah, that one sounded like he was like, give me a pause and transition over here. I'm not a scream singer, but I do know the mechanics of screaming, right? Like I don't do screams. I can, I'm not going to. But point is here, when you're trying to do that sort of thing, the point is to get your throat to like a like that sort of space. Like you want to get to that I know the term, I'm losing it. I just call it the grit. But there's the fry. There it is, the vocal fry. You want to like have that there, and you got to start putting note into it. So like you get into that spot, you add a note. You know, you put a little bit of the normal tone under the voice, and then you would support it by breathing in your diaphragm, which is the stomach breathing a lot of singers mention, right? So you push from there. You build up as much as you can. You don't breathe in your shoulders. You don't go, you breathe in down. You don't see it in the shoulders when you breathe in the diaphragm, right? So what he's seemingly not doing is breathing from the diaphragm. He seems to be either just forgetting to, or sometimes when you're too tired and you're not thinking of proper technique, and you're just trying to keep up, you forget about all that, and he's probably breathing from his chest and his top area, so his shoulders are lifting and he's expanding up here, which is going to be a problem because then you can't get as much support. Your lungs can only hold so much. The reason you want to breathe from your diaphragm is because it's able to hold and control that, because of the diaphragm muscle being this basically giant deflated balloon that you can control. And he's not utilizing that, so he's only got the power that the lungs are holding and pushing that out, which is not enough power to put out a scream when you have when you're doing screams. You need as much support as you can in order to get as much volume as you can. Some people don't do that, and that's why you get people who, when they're starting to learn how to scream, do stuff like and like they're just using their throat. It sounds fucking awful because this hurts. That actually physically hurts your voice. That scrapes the insides of your vocal flaps. It's not good. There's a lot of angry, like, growl vibration that happens. You shouldn't do that. You should be able to put as much forward as you can, like that tone, and then support it like with your diaphragm. That didn't hurt my throat. It's not supposed to. When there's a difference between and like, it's, again, I can't scream well, I'm not practiced, but that you can feel that difference in tone, the growl that comes underneath this extra audio that you don't normally get when you're just using your throat. Yeah, my mic would cut out. That's why I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I found it was the only way to like properly get through my point. But yeah, it's like, that's the issue. It's a mess. Let's see if I pull my microphone away. see if this works a little bit better. So, like, what I'm saying, because, like, it has all of this power, right? So if you're, from your throat, if you're screaming, it'll be like, oh, and it's like, it's all right here, and it's vibrating correctly. But if you want to properly growl, you need to support that from your diaphragm. You need to breathe in and push that air out of the throat. And you keep the tone with it. You can also do this for the same general process applies to highs. If you scream too high in your throat, it'll be like, and it'll sound, it hurts. You're basically choking yourself. It sounds awful. It doesn't feel good, right? Sounds disgusting. It also hurts. Like right here in my throat, the base of, like the top of my throat, base of my palate, actually is in a little bit of pain as a result of me just doing just that second right there. But if you support it through the diaphragm, it's a different sort of energy. It pulls the it peaked even when it was that far. That tracks. It's a loud noise. That's the point of the diaphragm. You have to be able to have that energy show up, right? So sorry about the peaking. I can only do so much. And I'm not a high screamer. I'm a growl person when I do screams. But you know what I mean? Like I can't get that tone out. I'm not a high screamer. Some people do that shit. I can't do that shit. I've never practiced it. But low growls are something that I have practiced a little bit. And I know the proper placement in my voice in order to get it to sound and feel right. But that's the difference, right? That's the thing with the support of the diaphragm that this guy seems to not be doing. He's using a lot of that higher register. He's going out through that top, the nasal and the mouth, and not supporting it down deeper. So it sounds like he's struggling because he's constricting his throat, and he's basically going, he's tightening. Kind of like when you cough or something like that. He's basically doing that, but yelling through it. Have you ever yelled through a cough? It doesn't feel good. I'm gonna mourn. I'm sorry. Oh, that's just funny. But again, like, and everyone's a little bit different on that respect too and what they sound like. I have not trained or practiced myself in scream at all. I just get the basics. The thing is, a lot of people would have a better tone than me do. He has a better tone in screaming than I do because he knows what he's doing in the grand scheme of things. He knows that comfort, but he wasn't utilizing it in this time, which is kind of what's unfortunate. Anyway, sorry about the weird vocal lesson there. Let's get back into it. And sorry about all the mic peaking. I know that, like, my microphone, even though it was all the way back here, did not help. I was hoping it might.
この場に足りぬものなど彩る草花くらいのものですわね。
確かに喉も渇くから水があったらもっと素敵だけどな。
遠出は楽しいものだけど任務のことも忘れないようにね。
しかしジャングルを離れてからこういう砂だらけの場所に来たことはなくはないけどよ。こんなとこで人探しなんて一体どうすりゃいいんだ？
砂漠で誰かを見つけたいなら水源をたどるの
Weird
が
vocal lesson is
一
what
番
makes the
かもしれない。
criticism constructive. Valid.
にしても W のやつ本当にここにいんのか？
あ、前なんか箱が光ってるぞ。
本当だ。でも出発前に聞いた W の性格からして
Go back to
こ
your
れは
session.
彼女
Stop.
が仕掛けた罠かもしれないね。
Valid.
それもそうだな。誰かが触る前に気づいてよかった。なんだ？
Oh no. Not outfits. Upcoming vocalist has some funny pronunciation. Yeah, I assume they're probably going to be trying to sing a language that's not their native language, and it's going to be having an issue, which happens.
Just the pressures. Do you question why the one with a kind of compassion? Gallant barbarian. Never lectures. Never lectures.
Yeah, you're right. It's kind of funny.
It's gonna change when I eat my name in history. Watch me tower over giant. Watch the color of the rise up on horizon. Watch me tower over giant. Yeah,
Look at him doing his best, though. He's so, like, committed to it, too. I gotta respect that. Yeah. The like, American English accent, especially, there are so many small things that people just don't know or aren't taught that are very minor little things. All of his dolls. In the thinking. All of his dolls are thinking. Yeah, the original singer does sing things very wide, like his tonality is very broad, and his vowels are very, very thick. Which isn't how most people speak in America, at least. I can say this being from the Midwest of America. We have the most universally neutral accent of American English, and I can hear where all of his weirdnesses are. He's singing great, but he's definitely focusing on tonality over the lyrics themselves, which is fine. The point is you want it to sound good. You don't have to have him singing in perfect English, you know? But also, there's a reason that a lot of people from other countries who sing songs in English, who have accents to Americans, sing in kind of a neutral accent. Like a lot of musicians in the UK and Australia can sound American while they're singing. For similar reasons. He's sorry, the way he sang that one sounded like, I sing so tall, I clip the sun. It's like, bro, that's pretty tall. And he's gonna keep clipping that sun. He's pretty tall. He said it 3 times. Bro's literally Icarus, yeah. Yeah, I mean, overall, again, great performance. He really owned it. but it's also just kind of funny. He cleans the sun. No, that's also valid. Icarus, the janitor. It's a living. Oh, she's doing the cute idol things. It's gonna make all of the virgins in the audience cream.
今日も楽しく過ごしましょう Over mountains, the rivers, whatever it takes to keep my head light, it might be a bumpy ride. There's nothing that can break my stride. Every moment so precious, and it's up to me to keep a smile though there's darkness all around. This happiness is to be found.
So far, I don't mind the singer.
My little dream is up to me, even if I'm on my own.
She's doing pretty good.
Even if I'm on my. And one day my dream will come true as it's meant to. With my positivity, it comes together magically. Have you met her? The hair.
Hey, Jewel. I mean, I've been doing them for a while. Where have you been? That's the question.
I use my eyes for all to see.
I see why you guys don't like her for her tone of voice is a lot more thin. She's a lot more like squeaky, I guess is probably a better way to say it. A little bit more nasal, but I don't mind it. It's definitely not Christina, but nobody is, right? And yes, I have actually reacted to this one already, Crystal. But I don't mind this as a replacement for this one. She's singing everything well. She's getting the lyrics pretty on point. Her accent isn't getting in the way. There's only a few words where she's kind of dipped them and missed it. But no big ones. Yeah, it does. It blends in very well. Like, this is the type of voice I can imagine her character having in the game in Chinese servers. Just obviously not singing in English. Yeah, we're about 3/4 the way through. You've missed a majority of everything. Don't worry about it, though. That's fine. Oh, she winked! And that's the moment everybody creamed! Yeah, CC's recovered already. Already been through that section. Alright. I know after this one is the one that's like copyright problems, so I'll have to mute it. But I'll let this one play through first, of course. Now is the time for cream. The sweet cream. Nobody clip that.
I am the one, a lost boat in the ocean, trying to find a shore to breathe, to begin. Moonlight fills the emptiness in the night. Only see those waves echoing in the tide.
Why is bro depressed? What's going on here?
Stand on the broken dam. Listen to the
Stand on the broken what?
feel the stormy rain start to breathe. Let it come, let it come, let it come. Then there's the light came from the deepest darkest
The accent really does help.
storm in the sea. The rain is pouring, the ocean's crumbling. You're the only thing I can see. Then there's the
broken
light
D.
came from the deepest darkest storm in my heart. Breathe through the night, so strong and bright.
Oh, don't worry, Pudding. I'll still be reacting to it. I'll just mute the audio for you guys. Wink, wink. Nobody will know.
I am the one, a lost boy.
I'll give you guys time to line up the part in the concert so you can still hear it if you want to. That's how I handle those.
The blue of the sea. Moonlight,
Sorry, I wasn't expecting the echo.
emptiness in the night. Only see those waves echoing in the tide. Stand on the broken
His
dam.
family's dead, home destroyed, life shattered, and race persecuted. Yeah, that'd make me depressed too. You know what? I get it.
Rain start to breathe. Let it come, let it come, let it come. Then there's the light came from the deepest, darkest storm in the sea.
I've been fine, Joel. I've just kind of been vibing, doing the YouTube thing, enjoying myself, getting things done.
I can see. Then there's the light came from the deepest, darkest storm in my heart. Breathe through the night, so strong and bright. You are my lighthouse. You are my lighthouse.
Bro's got a very hopeful song for being so depressed. Is this guy actually playing the harmonica, or is somebody doing that off stage and he's just acting like he is? Honestly, he probably was doing that himself. He's playing it, yeah. I could see him faking it too, but for a solo that short, he was probably just taught how to play it. Nope, 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 no, we're not getting, no. Okay, I'm gonna take the audio from the stream away. Had the wrong one selected. Don't worry about it. You're fine. There we go. So what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to be watching this. I'm going to let you guys pick up on the video the time frame where I am, 1:24:17. If you want to have the song in the background, but I'm just muting what's happening here. And I could just mute the YouTube video, but I mute it for the sake of if I need to use the VOD for anything, I mute it on OBS as well. So I just do there. I mean, that yes, it would technically work for both, but I like to have the audios separate when I do this, so I can switch them a little bit more efficiently. I won't pause. I'll be listening to this one straight through. This concert's version of Stanchen? I honestly really don't remember it. if that tells you anything. But okay, I'm gonna get all these lined up. Everybody get to 124.17 on this concert if you want to have the song in the background of me as well. And I'm just going to play it so that way I can hear it myself and also you guys can hear it, but you guys can't hear it through my stream because that's how that works. I don't know this song. I don't think I've ever heard this one, so this should be interesting. It's original for this. Oh, valid. Or is it not original? I really like the pop drums on this one. The groove is very nice. Yeah, the drums on this one are really fun to me. The melody is bright and cute. I really do like the groove on it for drums. It's because it's a very fun groove. Points at misinformation. This is a very strong bass line, too. I was focusing on the harmonies in that last one. That was actually very nice, too. Really tight harmonies on it. Very tight, yeah. Yeah. Just for this song, we're only silent for this one. I also realized I did not like count down for those who are trying to watch it at the same time, and I'm sorry for making you like panic press the play button because I should have done like a countdown. My bad. Yeah, the performance of this one's really nice too. SMH, unprofessional streamer. Hey, I've done that before. I just didn't do it this time. Leave me alone. All right, that should be the end of that one. And now we're back with audio. Find a local idol group? Probably. Or they're just generally professionals. Pretty much every professional, like, singer can dance and sing at the same time in all of Asia. Like, they have to. It's basically a requirement. All right. Aye.
Sun fades out of sight. Constellations come to
Everyone, Dorothy! Yeah, Dorothy! I don't know who Dorothy is.
keeps us floating. We contemplate our life. Though the numbers save and sound, my opposes seems
You got the meme. But I don't know what the meme is. Dorothy is Hamter? Hamter. I love that pluck. The little... That's really nice. I like that. I like that a lot. GLaDOS is good at writing music. Joke became, oh, okay. Valid. I suppose now that I've seen the character, I probably won't forget her anyway, because that's just how my brain works. I'm much better with faces than I am with names. So I'll probably see her and be like, oh, that one, the Hamter. But I've never been a names person. I've always been a visual person. Like half the people in chat I recognize from their profile pictures before their names. It's just how it goes. But it also helps that I can read your names, so I kind of remember both. You have preference for the OG singers? I mean, most people do. Anybody called Dorothy a Hamter? Hey, I'm just following what people in the chat say. Calling her Hamter. I really do love that pluck. That synth pluck is super nice. It's got a little melodic accent there. Turbos are just hamsters with big ass ears. I don't know what her race is, so I assume hamster. I just heard somebody yell in the background. She's a mouse. Let's be real, what's the difference, right? They're all rodents. She's a rodent. KFC chicken. A breedable rodent. You need to not say anything ever again, Karsu. Karsu's banned. Angry Catholic chicken. Kentucky Fried Catholics. Let's go.
Feeling deep in my bones. I can feel the ground start to shake. I'm rising from the
ラテラーノの年を誰にも傷つけさせるつもりはないわ。もう誰かに答えを尋ねる必要だってないんだから。
I shake, I shake, I shake. Call me to the things and call me out your name. Call me out your name. I shake, I shake.
See, this is a song where, like, I don't think the voice works quite as well. This happens a lot with the Arknights concerts. They get singers who, like, tonally just don't really fit. She's singing it, she's hitting the notes, but I think tonality-wise, they could have gone with somebody a little bit more rock-oriented in voice. Yeah, she sounds great at everything. The chorus is a little bit iffy.
So tell me where's the reason, tell me where to stay, when you feel the pressure underneath the way, oh the way, I'm rising from the ashes, call me to the things and call me
'Cause, like, yeah, like, it's pretty much everything else other than the chorus I'm a little bit flaky on. Because, like, her voice works really well for the rest of it, but this part, she just doesn't have enough anger in it for, like, to match with the tone and the lyrics. Ashes, not ashes. Well, Ashes, that's kind of part of her voice, right? Another vocal lesson real quick for you guys. Linguistic tonality things. The vowels that I've mentioned a few times in this concert before. Certain people of certain, like, places in the world, as well as, like, it depends on your accent, but it also can depend on how you're trying to, make the song sound. So, like, when you sing a song that has a thin A sound, you wouldn't just say A, you would say ah, you know, like have an open vowel. That's usually how people who are trained traditionally sing. It's how I was trained how to sing in choir. When I had to sing songs, you sing broad, you sing wide, you know, like you don't cap off your phrases with a vowel. You let that last vowel hang. You leave it open. You go ha. You don't go ah. You have to keep the power and width, I guess, the all that room in your mouth. The way that one of my old teachers used to say was keep, like, pretend there's a handful or just even one, like a marble in your mouth, and you have to keep that there. So you get this whole sound, this, you get your lips, like, you can't close your mouth. You have to keep it very broad, open, spacious. That's not the case for this this chorus. You shouldn't do that. You should be a little bit more contemporary. You should be a little bit more thin. You should be a little bit more angry. That sort of, like, tension that comes with it breeds that imagery of being stressed, and it's clear, but you don't need to have these open vowels like she's been singing with this whole time. That's very traditional. That's a very classical way to sing, and that's not a way you should be singing a song that has this degree of like anger and push to the music overall. So it's difficult to say like it's bad, because it's not. She's singing properly, but saying ashes instead of ashes, and she tries to find a happy medium in between, probably knowing better, but also not being a native speaker. She's probably landing on ashes because she's trying to find a way to close that that vowel without making it too narrow, but also like she's trying to follow her own training while trying to retrain herself on this one part of the song. She did her best, is what I'm trying to say. There's a lot that goes into how to sing, and sometimes you are trained in a way that you can just not reverse. So you're stuck singing like that the rest of your life, and it's not necessarily bad, but it also doesn't make you available for every song genre. So for my case, in almost a direct parallel, I was trained more in a traditional way and a musical theater way than I was a rock kind of way. So like, I would sound great singing Big Bright Beautiful World from Shrek the Musical because I've sang that song, or Out There from Hunchback of Notre Dame. You know, like songs like that are more musical theater. I sound good singing those because that's where my tone is. That's where I was trained. That's how I've come to know myself as a vocalist. Whereas I would not be able to sing Blink-182, or, I mean, even though I can do a little bit of screaming, it's still not my thing. I can't be over here doing what Lorna Shore does. You know, like that's some insane metal. I can't be singing like David Draymond in Disturbed. It's not my thing, you know? Everyone has a little bit of what they can do, and they can kind of adjust it to sound right, and if they're trained to do so, they can adjust properly, but not everyone gets that chance, and she probably wasn't. So it's all dependent, right? It's all dependent on how you are trained, what you've practiced, and what you're comfortable doing. Everyone can learn to sing in different ways, but you have to be like specially trained in a lot of different facets to do so. Anyway, back to the thing. Yeah, you definitely give her credit for being able to sing in a different language as close as she did. You can't get so granular about it. You have to be kind of broad swept with your efforts. Oh, the venue matters a lot, Crystal. A lot. You can't hear yourself for shit when you're up on stage. You like at all.
But if we rise, just open up our eyes. The pain won't stop us from getting out. But don't think about going out. The time is now or never. We showed it all together. We have the power to rise. Come down the hours to lie. Crashing down just to bring it back to life.
Let's see if we have any issues with his voice this time.
This is where I'm born to be. Forever young and free. You and me, we found the key. From crawling out our hands and knees.
Yeah. He's actually not doing too bad on this song. He's not doing nearly as much screaming with this one, though. He's just putting a little bit of vocal fry into his louder notes, which is fine. It's a different, like, place in the voice, so.
Fear can turn you into a monster, into a martyr. But just remember that if we rise, just open up our eyes.
$5 feet, dude.
Pain can't stop us, never not us. Crashing down,
Oh, that makes me laugh.
face to face with the monster. This is where I'm born to be.
Oh, gotta love it.
Forever young and free, you and me, we found a chain from dwelling on our hands and knees.
Haha.
Forever young and free. Fear can turn you into a monster. Fear can turn you into a martyr. The time is now or never. We hold it all together. Fear can turn you into a monster. But if we rise, just open up our eyes.
Yeah, he's doing way better on this song, though. Like, I know I said that already, but he definitely is. He's also not screaming like he was in the first one. So this is where his voice is comfortable.
This is where I'm born to be. Forever young.
I don't know how that drummer is comfortably playing with a giant chain on his chest. Like that, I would get my stick stuck in that immediately.
Forever young and free. This is where I'm born to be. Forever young and free.
Yeah. I think it's just not his day with screaming today. Yeah, I think he's just having problems with support today. Oh yeah, I've definitely heard him on better days than this. I don't know who that is! You're telling me that's them?
終わりまで退屈せずに済みそうね。
見つけられてよかった。無理のあるさんが綿密な計画を立ててくれたおか
I
げです
don't
ね。
know!
任されたことを全うしただけだ。
そうご謙遜なさらず、我々が成功を目前としているのも
I'm just acting like I'm hyped. I have no clue what's
緻
going
密な
on,
プロセスがあってこそで
as
す
per usual.
そうですよ。ターゲット確保は目の前です。
油断しないでしっかり見張ってなさい。指名手配犯を追い詰めた時の経験から言うけど、最後の最後に逃げられることもあるんだからね。
さすがフィアメットさん。交渉人役場でも噂になった狂い咲きの追跡者は言うことが違いますね。
ちょっと、今度はどこの老いぼれがつけた肩書きよ。
前方に分かれ道があるな。私が遠回りをして。
I love that everyone gets hyped for this
わ
guy.
かりました。では我々は予定通り左側のルートを取ります。
Everyone's like, yeah, him. Like, whenever he speaks, they get all hype. I don't know who he is, but everyone seems to love him. Oh, another song from them. Okay. Aight. Aight. Whew. Clean doubles. The drummer's final form. Again, great production value on the backgrounds and everything. It's kind of weird that they're pulling it out of the way. Oh, they're using the screen. Okay, I was like, why? Why do they get rid of the cogs? Makes sense, they're transitioning. I love the graffiti aesthetic. Yeah, he's having a great vocal day, just not for screaming. Oh, I see why people like him. He's daddy. I couldn't tell from the chibi design. Punk rock pendants? Alright, let's go, punk pendants. Uncle Daddy. That's a weird phrase. Oh, I checked out in Sheath. Have I? I might have. The name rings a bell, so maybe. If I haven't, it's probably on my short list. Never say shut up and come, I'm your educator. That's not a good sentence. The lyrics are a little bit sussy on this one. Alright. I love how everyone is so hyped for him. It's honestly great. Like whenever he's on screen just slightly, they're like, yeah! Arknights Dante. He got an invite to Smash! Pog! Could you imagine if that was like a Smash Bros invite? That would be sick.
Let's go! She's a mercenary, you can ride with her unless you're revolutionary. Together she gon' do whatever's necessary. Make a freak to break the system. Somewhere else may vary, situations scary, but she never worry. Picture that, even when it's bad, she still get it back. Fighting through the dark to find her light so she can get it back. Struggling with me, do what's right, I'll live a life I see. Trying again, is she bound to meet somebody then? Don't think twice, better be brave, like a soldier, do what I told.
I love this song. I've done a reaction to this one.
I gotta warn ya, I gotta warn ya. The only thing that you gotta know is that I do what it takes, do what it takes. Gotta bring it down to take control. I'm gonna do what it takes, do what it takes. I'll make you believe that the choice
She's not a bad singer for this song. She's doing pretty good. This is better than the last time they did a live show of this song. This is pretty good.
Nobody here is going toe to toe with me. Everything you got is what I make you think. I know how to get what I want, do what I take, so step to the top. Gonna be in a page, want to be not me. Anyway, watch me not queen it gone well. I'm no I can come myself. Go to league, can't stop my mercy. We're here, my side, better hate the dirt. Think twice, better be brave, like a soldier. Do what I told you, live my life. A renegade.
What's up with all this talk about 24 inches? I'm not happy about it. What's happening? Yeah, she's doing a very good job singing this. It's obviously not quite as smooth as the official version, but she's hitting the notes and she's not struggling.
Yo, you really know who you're playing with? You see why? Come on, talk to them.
Oh, he's a horseman. I didn't know that. No, I wish I didn't. Oh, she's back.
That's the fatal move. You must play to lose. Serve herself is what she came to do. Till she say the do. Test her, then you best prepare to be the one you pray into. So see that the good side. If you wanna live in the world, there's play to change.
So what is she like? The theme of this show or something?
Gonna be icing a bang. She gonna get it no matter the ride of the pain. That's the part of the game. Play for keeps. All you're dying to take.
The only thing that you gotta know is that I do what it takes, do what it takes. Gotta really down to take control. I'm gonna do what it takes, do what it takes. I make you believe.
Oh, yes. Pretty much. Okay, fair enough.
But I'll change your size, no rules reverse. The only thing that you gotta know is that I do what it takes, do what it takes. The only thing that you gotta know is that
Oh, all the animations. Well, I knew the one, but I didn't recognize all of them were kind of connected in that way.
take control. I'm gonna do what it takes, do what it takes. I make you believe that the choice is yours. But I'll change your size, no rules reverse. The only thing
I'm gonna have to figure out like what her backstory is, but don't worry, don't type it into chat. I'll look it up afterwards. I'll do a Wikipedia dive to see what her deal is. You got a whole concert based around her. There's got to be some big reason.
また素晴らしい一日になりそうだわ。
And that's the end of the show. It's complicated, valid. Just hearing the people screeching in the background. All right. Good transition over here so we can sit and talk. So, again, great overall. I really wish that the audio was a little bit better for a lot of it. Some of it wasn't too bad, like the live band stuff, like with the smaller bands, smaller groups with soloists and everything sounded much better. The electronic stuff, of course, because it's already pre-made, but the orchestral stuff was a little bit lackluster at the beginning. So I'm kind of glad that that was a shorter part this time around. Maybe that's why they didn't put as much focus into it, because it wasn't as much of a focus as it has been in the prior lives. Like maybe they just didn't think it was worth it, because the last concert they had like individually mic'd players in the orchestra. This time they didn't do that from what I could see, and it definitely didn't sound like it. Digestible. Yeah, that's a good word for it. But it's also like, I hope next year that they just decide to go full in balls to the wall and have the whole orchestra and every instrument like individually and properly mixed and set. Budget definitely went to visuals, yeah. Last time they didn't have a live audience. True, but you can do both. You can pipe the audio separately for both sets. You have this level of setup. You have the ability to export two different mixes. They're not doing it, which is unfortunate. But I hope that they realize that a lot of their viewers can't exactly be there and do both, because they really should, frankly. Yeah, they got the side project of making a whole other game, so I guess that would kind of put some problems into the mix of what they're trying to do. It is copium, but if you're looking for anything, it might as well be copium. Trying to find excuses for them just being lazy, let's be real. Overall, though, a lot of the covers of the songs that were in that one were much better. They picked better vocalists this time around for most of the songs, and it's like, okay, I get it. And of course, all the other stuff that they threw in there, was nice to have that animation part in there. It's just a small indie game, just a small indie dev team. So no problems. I don't know what else we should do. Or if we should do something else. It is almost... God, it's been 3 hours. I probably shouldn't be doing too much, huh? Um. Yeah, I don't. Well, now the contents is done. Let me just end stream here immediately. Am I still planning on doing the Fate? Yes, I am. I've have. If I can speak English, for God's sake. I have like a short list of videos that I'm trying to get to like do stuff like that. That's the next animation one I've got on my line, which I will be doing. Probably be recording that tomorrow, to be honest. Because I've got another few things I want to get done for this following week. But yeah, I mean, we've got stuff. It's 5:47 a.m. there. I'm sorry. Start typing up the lore dump. No, I'll get that after the stream's done. That's what I meant. Don't start typing up the lore dumps. Oh, you meant for the no. I'm good. I don't need the lore dump for Fate. I actually know quite a bit about Fate just by proxy in the anime community. I've picked up most of the stuff, so I kind of know that one. But again, my animation reactions have nothing to do with the plots. They are all visual stuff, so I really don't need to know what plot it is before I get it. I don't know the plot of the Honkai stuff either, but I've just been breaking it down because that's the point. Just animation breakdowns. Do I know the VAs for Fate? I know some of the Japanese VAs for Fate. I don't watch dubs because I have taste. I'm kidding. I don't care about like the sub v dub thing. I just prefer myself to watch in sub because I prefer the performances. What's going on here? Oh, okay. I love this. You can see the view count drop like a brick after the concert was done. That's just funny. Like, I'm sitting up here, peak of like 150 people watching, and then immediately the concert is done and we're down to like 80. That's just funny. I know you all show up for the one thing. I get it. You don't want to actually sit here and talk with me. David, you just got... Did it take you 3 hours to get your hair cut? The hell, David? Came in here at the beginning. Oh, I gotta get my hair cut. 3 hours later, I'm back. Just like my dad in the milk. Shows up exactly when I thought he wasn't going to, but not when I needed him. I got YouTube comments. YouTube comments. Okay, there we go. Reading through stuff. I don't like missing YouTube comments. I read everything. Every single thing that you guys have ever said in a YouTube comment, I've seen it. I'll watch it after. Don't do it. Reason being, I gave demos on screaming. When I start talking about my the breakdown of how to do metal like screams and vocals, be very careful. There will be some problems with your audio because I peaked like crazy because I forgot how sensitive my mic is. And when you scream and you have proper support, you get very loud. So at very least, be wary of that moment if you're going to be watching that part of the VOD later. Just heads up. It does get loud. Oh, now proceed to dump the entire Catharsis X million. You know what? That'd just be funny. I'd read it. Why not? Eardrums are ready. Valid. The first time you saw the concert? Fair. It's the first time I saw this concert. Every time I react to something, it's the first time I've seen it, so. It's kind of what I do. There's people who have said in the past that they believe that like certain people fake their reactions, and it's like, probably. I don't. Like, somebody was like, dude, do you not fake your reactions? Do you not like watch it and then go back and like react to it? It's like, no, I just literally react to it. I record everything all at once. Like, most of my raw files are maybe 5 minutes longer than the actual videos you guys get, and that's just because I stumble over words and have to restart a sentence. Other than that, every single thing that I say is completely off the top of my head. Like, and people are like, that's so weird. Like, it's like, what's weird? That I'm not faking content? Why is that weird? That shouldn't be like the norm. It should be the norm to not fake your content. Favorite performance in that concert? Honestly, I liked the visual aspect of the Golden Age will return again. I liked the vocals for Bluish Light, I think is that one. And also Spark for Dream was pretty solid. You left a comment on a video specifically. No, like, I mean, like, when I read them, I literally pop open, like, it's just all the comments. Like, that's the YouTube Studio thing. Like, I literally just read through these multiple times a day just to make sure I don't miss anyone. I check them every single... This is basically like my Twitter feed in a way. Like, I just check everyone's responses, see how they say whatever they want to on them. And I go back as far as I need to in how many hours it's been since I last checked. And I recognize the last one I read, and then I stop there. And then they fucked. See what I mean? Like, this is... I saw it. I see it, Crystal. It's still just the whole, I don't like not having concerts. Concerts, what the hell? I don't like not reading comments. I like to be up on times with what everyone's saying. Because, like, I see that as a good feedback for, like, a lot of people say, like, that's wrong, this is wrong, etc. And it's like, you're right. There's times where I've had a pretty negative response to that just because I am a people pleaser personality, unfortunately. And that makes me very self-conscious when I do something that is incorrect. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing it anymore. Screw it. I did that with the last Honkai Star Rail reaction. I had kind of a negative response to people saying that that was the wrong version. It was the same song, but it was like the game version versus the OST version or something like that. Like, one was leaked and one wasn't. And I was like, fucking, I hate it when people do that, man. It's like, just let me react to stuff. I don't know better. You expect me to do like a deep dive into every single thing I'm gonna do a reaction of? The point is to be fresh. I don't know what I'm reacting to. That's the point. At least in my mind. Enjoyed the explanations of why some vocal performances had problems. Enhances reactions beyond, I didn't like this. Yeah, I hate doing that. Like, I hate doing, oh, that's pretty good. Anyway, like, I try my best to add stuff. By the way, thank you for the other donation. Once again, giving more money to the people I'm going to have to call in for this cover. Whoever they may be. But yeah, like, I don't like to leave stuff super bland and, like, with no extra merit. I try my best to add something of value, even though for streams like this, it's harder to break down constantly and there's a lot more dead air compared to my usual reactions because they're just so much longer form. And I have some things that I say about some songs and some other ones not so much because it's harder to hear stuff. As we talked about, the audio mixing wasn't so great, so I missed a lot of cool stuff that I'm sure was there if you were there live, and just I couldn't hear it because of the quality of the mix. Overall, though, the concert looked fantastic. There was a lot of visual stuff. Just realized how many Blue Archive people there are. Yeah, they're gonna be confused about, like, what the hell? to the concert. Is that like in the actual concert video? I wonder if that's like actually in the like if they catch it. Is it like at the end? See if they can hear it. I doubt it's gonna last long enough. Oh, they faded out. I can hear them yelling something, so I can kind of hear it, but only slightly at the end. Like you can hear the crowd doing like they're trying to get it going, but it wasn't like not everyone had started yet. You want me to just find an actual video of it? All right, hold on. Let me see if I actually can. That's fun. Yeah, wow. The world. David and I bringing everybody together. 1,000 person chorus at a time. Time to go and rest. Thank you for stream. No problem. I don't know if I like. There's nothing else to go to from here, is there? We're just gonna kind of be sitting here either talking or ending stream, huh? It's now officially been over 3 hours since I started, so that was a long. That means that we paused and talked for an hour during this stream, during that music, in a total of about an hour. Slightly less, but like that's a lot of stopping and talking. That's a lot of gaps, which means I have at least half an hour minimum of me just talking. It's a 1-minute song they cut out for YouTube. Probably copyrighted. If it's not on the YouTube one, it probably has some issue. It's officially morning here. Hello, sun. Hello, dawn. Forward unto dawn. Fucking nerd brain. Anyway, I suppose you might as well just call it here then, huh? I started at 2, it's now 5 p.m. Halo reference based. It's from that generation of gamers, after all. What could I say? I have been sitting down for 3 solid hours. I should walk before my ass firmly plants itself into this chair and like grows roots. I should be up and moving around. Plus, I have some editing and writing to do for something. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That I'm not going to be talking about on stream. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I also have to start asking people if they want to be part of a band cover now. So there is a lot to do, miraculously and suddenly after this stream. So thanks for making my life harder, everybody who gave me money. How dare you? How dare you? And of course, like I said, all the extra money like Erican's donations after we had reached the goal for Phenomenal Agents will be going straight to the musicians for their assistance. Because I'm not going to make people help me again for free. That's not fair. There's nothing like asking people for unlimited favors and not giving them anything in return. That's just bullshit, you know? Because Penance is hot. She's so hot, she made my computer overload. Ooh. I don't know. This also means I need to go buy my cats some neckties, huh? But hey, now that we've gotten that the bounty's been met and exceeded, frankly, it's gonna take, I don't know, like I said, I don't know how long it's gonna take me to get this one done. The last times I've done collaborative stuff, they've taken a few months to get completely wrapped up or at least underway as far as like recording has been said. So it might be closer to like Christmas, if I'm honest. It might be like November. But I will do my best to get it done and make it happen. Because now I have financial backing to do so. And we will make sure that it happens. And with that said, we should probably just wrap up for today. So everybody should go to sleep or eat food. You know, like do anything else. You've been here for 3 hours, so have I. I won't rush it. I never rush anything that I want to be done well. So that's why you guys haven't seen the Springs Pulse video either. There's still work to be done on that one. The script is basically done, but I still need to record it and edit it, and there's a whole lot to do yet. So it'll be a few more weeks before that gets done, but Springs Pulse should be out before the end of the month, if all goes well. That deep dive video I promised a while ago. But yeah, I will see you guys all tomorrow, I guess, in a video, but not in stream. So bye, everybody. Thank you for stopping by and sticking around for the whole stream. Should do one of my trademark goodbye. God, that's so cringy. I don't know why I started doing that, but people like it, I guess. See ya.